What's happening? What's happening? We are in the whorehouse. We got one of my homegirls, one of the best dancers I know, and she's an extreme hustler.
Hey.
We got Victoria Love in the house. Yes, yes. She is a fine ass baddie, and she knows what she's doing on the floor. You little girls can learn a thing or two from my homie right here. Come on, give us an intro. What do you go by? How long you been doing it? How'd you get into the industry?
Hello. I'm Victoria Love. My real name is Icelynn, the one and only. I've been dancing for 6 years. I like to say I'm a spicy ballerina. But no, 6 years. I definitely feel like that in my 6 years I've definitely learned the do's and the don'ts.
You hear that? You hear that? For all you bees that don't know what the fuck is going on. Hear that? We're about to get saucy tonight.
We need to do a little etiquette. A little spicy ballerina etiquette class, maybe in the future. I always say I respect the younger dancers that latch on to a more seasoned dancer. I think it definitely gives you. I learned my game from a seasoned dancer. Like when I started dancing, I got lucky to catch someone like me when I first started working, and she was like, "Girl, listen, this how you go." So I got lucky. So I love the young girls at our club, girl. I feel like game recognized game, because I'd be doing the same thing. Hey, girl.
Game
hey,
recognized
auntie.
game.
Hey, auntie. So, but yeah, I got my game from an older, seasoned dancer, and I was just young, soaking it up, girl. I was like, listen, I want to be like her when I grow up. Even though she's, she just built her businesses, she had her stuff going on, but a hustle is still a hustle, and sometimes, even though you're out, you're still in. You think, I'm not going to talk to my clients when I get out. When you're still in most of the time, you know what I mean? So everybody says like, oh, why would you listen to a seasoned dancer?
I mean, that's where we get most of our advice from. You got to think about it, especially if you don't know what you're doing. You got to ask somebody, and obviously the host and the security don't know what's going on. So
how about shout out to my girl for this freshly juiced watermelon juice, okay? I'm over here like, it's good, y'all. But I think that, like what you're saying about the host and the managers and what, I think sometimes the focus gets lost that people still need a woman in a G-string. So you can never really, I think it should be separate. Like, you sell the bottle, don't try to sell the experience, because you'll never know how to. Unless if a man wants to be with a man, I'd say, hey, he's looking at the host or the manager or whatever. And I love my hosts and my managers. Like, some more than others. Not saying it like that, but I love some more than others. But I feel like in our business, when you build connection and you guys all eat together, it's kind of like a different vibe. You know what I mean? So,
we dig it.
I have felt the men, some of the, help. Not saying it like that, but they're helping us. Act like that they're the one that has to do all the work because they sold a bottle or not knowing.
You hear that? You are
not knowing.
All right, let's get into it. So how is your life being a new baddie, body built bitch? We want to know. So what exactly did you get done on your body? What was the experience like? You are a Barbie. The girls want to know, the whole process of it.
So I've had 3 boob jobs.
Damn!
Okay, so if you know, when you are nipple to the chest, ain't never had a titty in your life, ain't Like, you know, like when I went to the doctor my whole life, I didn't even have to wear a sports bra. Like, no, nothing, boy chest, okay? When I went to my doctor the first time, at the time I was in a relationship where the person liked bigger boobs. So, and I hate to say that, and I am not promoting listen to a man telling you what to do with your body. Like, that's why I had to kind of go through different surgeries to fix me kind of going with something that someone else wanted. And the first time I went, I did 650 cc's. I went over the muscle, which I felt like my healing process was easier, and I felt heavy. And I went to Dr. Hankins in Las Vegas. I felt like he was great. I will give you the info if you want to tell everybody, but I went to him all 3 times. So when I started getting super into fitness and my body turned too small to carry
built like a Coke bottle.
They was just too big, y'all. So I went back and I went to 500s.
Dang.
And I went under the muscle. Girl, the worst pain of my life. Going under the muscle, even though I had stretched my skin. I had already had the surgery. Girl, I was down. I couldn't do anything. And then my 3rd time, I just got these new bad boys. You know, I have a 2-year-old, so I feel like I always do your mom maintenance. If you have plastic surgery, do your mom maintenance. You know what I mean?
Do your mom maintenance.
Yeah. And then, what else? What was the question?
What was the experience
Hold
like?
on. It was horrible. And I am a baby with pain. Listen, baby me, girl. I damn near needed a nurse for every sip of water, girl. It was horrid. But for real, it was bad. The under the muscle, because they rip all your muscle. Oh, it's bad. Go over the muscle. It gives you that fake perk look. The under gives you more of like a natch look. I like the natural and fake. Obviously, these couldn't be me, but they could be.
You hear that?
You know what I mean?
They could be. Hey, she's really thinking about it like,
So I do not, and I hate to even post this because it's one of my regrets, and I saw the people on the news that did it and they went to prison, girl.
No.
The people that did my Botox shot went to jail for killing somebody, girl.
Damn!
No, I'm serious. I cannot make this up.
What?
So, love it. Gave me a little plump, you know what I mean?
What the fuck going
Love
on?
it. Because I didn't have no booty, girl. I didn't have no booty. So I do not.
Damn.
It was just flat backing back there. So when I tell y'all, so I did this was like, I want to say like 7 years ago.
Damn.
Girl, circus. It was like the most hood experience I've ever, and you know, I don't do hood activities.
Yeah. She's a bougie bitch.
I'm not bougie, but y'all, so me and my girl, we walk in and it's literally, they got everything set out. It was one of the worst things I could have done to myself, because I do feel like I've been to doctors to see if it's like doing something to me, or because I can't sit for too long on an airplane, girl. I can't. Never mind. If you smack me too hard, it just hurts. Like, I don't recommend anybody to do it the illegal way. But I did it. I did it, and I like my results, and that is horrible to say, but I'm not promoting it. I do deal with some pain, but it looked good as a motherfucker.
She does look good, ladies. Now remember, if you are changing your body, be prepared to lay on that couch for 2 weeks, because you will be in pain.
Oh my god, and blood everywhere. But the results
are amazing.
When I go to a spicy club and I'm looking for a girl, I typically go more for a natural girl. I'm not a lesbian, but I do like to dibble and dabble.
Damn!
No, I'm serious. I cannot make this up. Me and my man like somebody and they like, you know, but I typically go more for a natural girl. Like, I like a cute little perky titty and a cute little natural ass.
How is life dating basketball players, football players? Because I know they come for you. I know they come for you, and I know they want to put you in their pocket and lock it. So I want to know what it's like dating a guy in that industry.
So, I've only dated one ball player. Daughter's father. I think it's an experience, you know what I mean? I think it's lots of groupie hoes. But it's an experience, you know what I mean? I think...
You hear that? We tried it, y'all.
I think there's lots of perks to it, but I think that it's lots of just always... I think he has so much attention on him all the time, and even though I like attention, it's like... you know,
technically we like the attention, but we don't.
The athletes, they get a little bit of a different attention, you know what I mean, all the time. So, but I heard it's hard dating an athlete. I heard they all cheat. I heard they all lie. But
you ain't never lied.
A man is a man. A man is a man.
Exactly. You just gotta figure out if you're gonna cry in a Porsche or a mini SUV.
Period.
Next question. Are you ever afraid of anyone coming into your life and finding out what you do and judging you?
I think when I first got into the industry, it was very, not that I was embarrassed, it's just I didn't like the attention that came with being in the industry, like from normal people. And y'all normal people is judgy. So I think I dealt with a lot of, and I respect the 9 to 5 square. Like, I respect normal people. You know, our lifestyle is not for everybody, and it comes with the highs and lows. You got to be really strong to be in this lifestyle. People think it's just money and glitz and glam and fancy dinners and blah, 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 right? But it is a situation where it's a borderline, sell your soul, don't sell your soul, you know? With dancers, I think it is a little easier to stay on the line of you could still be a godly lover. No, like, you know what I mean? Like, I think it still is a little bit of tippy toe, but I don't know. I'm not afraid of anybody. I feel like if someone now, if I was gonna date someone and they had a problem with it, change it. Put a ring on it. Put a ring on it, because I'm ready to cook, clean, and sure am.
You hear that? Ding, 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 ding.
If you say that I'm the person you want to be with and how I pay my bills is affecting how you feel about me, change it. So I feel like nowadays it's been glamorized, which it sucks because obviously we don't want our younger generation hopping up on them. I still do think, you know, we raise our daughters to choose a different path. And I'm a mother of daughters, and I wouldn't be okay. And it sounds crazy. I wouldn't be okay if they came to me and said, oh, Mom, I need to go to the, like, I just would be like, girl, you know how to work this whole time. What you need? It ain't never that serious, you know?
Ain't never serious.
It ain't never that serious.
Tell the viewers about the wildest experiences you had in the club.
Whew. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna ask you, do you remember the night, because it was very on the main floor?
No way.
Because the person wanted a show. Do you remember the night the guy gave me $20,000?
What?
Yes, it was on the floor. It was in front of everybody. Foot guy. So I'm sitting, mind you, the only reason, because you know how they are at our club, like, you're doing normal, and most girls like us, we're not doing no dance on the floor. Like, no free shows for anybody. Like, I typically don't do floor dances. It's just not my thing. But it's on the table, girl. So
no fucking way.
They let him, literally, he's putting whipped cream on my feet, rubbing it in. Girl, it's a whole show. Everybody in the club watching. Girl, I'm just sitting there like, that's my money on the table. I don't give a fuck. Judge me. Put the whipped cream in between every toe. That's my money on that table right there. But girl, it was in front of like.
What happened to him?
Girl just disappeared. It was that one and.
Now that's some crazy Asian nits.
Those are the type that you for sure take a contact. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying go be a. But take the contact. A person want to give you $20,000, the $10,000 to put some whipped cream on your toe.
What in the world is going on with people?
Whipped cream on your toe. Listen, that is. I could do it. It just make it out. I love you, Daddy.
What the
My second baby daddy, not my first.
All right, would you ever work a 9 to 5 after working in the club?
You know what? If it was a fun job, like if I was so wealthy and it was just a job for fun, I would. But if it's not, I'm completely where I'm at and where I want to be, definitely not. Definitely not.
The viewers want to know, do you do any online requests for fetishes?
So I haven't, but interested in trying. I thought about doing a little foot finder and stuff because I'm creative, girl. You're a creator, so you know. Like when you're creative, you can see like your carpet right now. Girl, I could have easily made a couple thousand off rubbing my feet on this shag carpet. You know what I mean? It's just, that's what I say about the 9 to 5 thing. We live in a world where if you don't sit on that TikTok, if you don't have to go work for someone else. You can build your own business. You can, and it doesn't take much. It takes you to put yourself out there, make a video. We live in that type of world now. Like it doesn't have to be you go work for someone you don't want to.
Have you ever gotten a weird vibe from the managers that you work with in any club?
Okay, so I am going to tell details about this because I never plan on going back there. I don't give 1, 2, or 3 F's about these people knowing that I'm exposing them because they need to be exposed, okay? Palomino.
That's not weird at all.
You worked at Palomino.
Dude, they were so racist. I was there for like maybe
Girl,
a day.
they hate black people in there. Like, we barely passed because light skin, okay? So that's already the uncomfortableness, okay? Because you know they don't want you there. Yes, my whole thing is walk in, they know for sure I'm going to get some money, okay? So they're going to hire me, even if they don't like my skin, girl. In there, the owner, and I am going to get, I won't say his name, but the owner, and a lot of women on here will understand and know because I've heard so many creepy stories. The owner, girl, I will never step foot back into that place because the creep level is so creepy. Thought I could have been murdered by him. Okay? So he does this every week. He does a barbecue at his house. He invites everybody, all the staff. It's not just me being invited as, oh, you're a dancer and being invited. He invites the whole staff, cooks amazing food. When I say the food, amazing food, but besides the point. Amazing house. You come up, it's beautiful. He has a serial killer fetish, okay? So you walk in and it's a lot of serial killer stuff everywhere. The bathrooms are completely serial killer, like it's very, and I am not exaggerating when I say it's like you walking into a fucking art museum / somebody that, I have videos right now that I could show you. Walked in, there was 2 caskets in the living room.
That's not weird at all.
You know what he says? Oh, you're gonna laugh at this. They had a sale at the coffin place, so he bought them. Girl, guess what me and my friend did, girl? Ended up making some OnlyFans content in the caskets. Love forgive me. But his house was so dope that we used it as, we're gonna do hella content here because the pool amazing, everything is beautiful, okay? So at the time, it's COVID, so every club is shut down. His club is the only club that's open. So we go to this barbecue, we do a bunch of content at the house or whatever, and at the end of the night, he's like, oh, I have some gifts for you. So I'm like, ooh, I love gifts. I love gifts. You listen, and I'm not a gold digger. But I love gifts, okay? So I'm thinking, ooh, gifts. So everybody's starting to leave, so I'm like, where's my gift? I'm thinking, ooh, got him. Not saying it like that, but got him. Girl, so he knows that I'm doing the OnlyFans stuff, and so he buys you know, the $4,000, it's the saddle with the, you know what I'm talking about. Yes. Mm-hmm. So he has that, and he has a bunch of just like expensive toys. So I'm like, yes, okay. Look, a gift is a gift. I don't fuck with you like a gift is a gift, okay? Girl, I went to take my bags out the door because I'm leaving with everybody else. I'm not staying with you, sir. So I go to walk out, and he goes, leave those gifts. You're not taking anything with you. I thought you were going to spend the night. That ain't the type of gift give me spend a night. Like, are you serious? That ain't the type of gift, sir. So after that, girl, Crazy Horse opened back up. The story gets juicier, y'all. Sorry. Crazy Horse opens back up, bitch. Excuse my language.
We're in the whorehouse. We don't give a fuck.
Girl. Here he comes, walking into Crazy Horse, wearing a full-length leather cape, looking like Blade's distant cousin.
What is going on?
I'm on stage. I see because he's a big, you know, Fester off the Addams Family. He looks just like Fester off the Addams Family. If you know, you know. Bald head. He is giving not alive. So I see him stunting through the club in his boots and his leather cape. Girl, I go on stage. He comes and stands at the stage and goes, oh, so you gonna do this? Do what, sir? I'm on stage, embarrassed, girl. Do what? Oh, so you're back over. Girl, I had to get the managers to kick him out, girl. Don't be stalking me.
Look, we do not like stalkers in the club.
But that was my creepiest, like, other than that, I've always had respectful and cool managers. Like, all my managers love me at C3, so I love my managers.
We like
whorehouse. Ew.
Back at it. Oh, crotch in the air. Oh, get it. That's the bitch. The jealousy that happens in the strip clubs. These newbies don't understand what it takes to really work in the club, so we're about to give them a little insights.
I think the jealousy. Can I be real?
This is the place to get real.
That I'm one to speak on the jealousy because I don't really, if they are of me, they're good at hiding it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I think maybe because I have been in my club for so long, girls respect just a little bit of who I am. I'm not going to, a lot of bit of who I am. I don't really, but as a woman, let me tell you how I feel about as being a woman being jealous. I think that when I was younger, when you said the young girls coming in and not really understanding that we're a team, it's us against the T. Once they realize that girl, I'm not your enemy, I could be the reason you're tripling that little change you're making, I think people start to lose the jealousy. But I think it's more deep rooted into a lot of girls, you know, have situations at home. I think women take it more as like jealousy, but really is, I got a situation at home. I ain't worried about nobody up in here but getting home to my whatever's going on. You know what I mean? So I take it as everybody got something going on. We don't never know. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. Tell the viewers an experience that made you rethink your entire life of dancing, stripping, working in the night industry.
Can I be real? I really don't have that experience yet. Like, there's something about being in control of your life and being able to work. Like, I'm a mom. I spend all day with my kids, put them to bed, and I'm able to go hustle and make more in a night than I could ever make on a a paycheck or, you know, and I haven't had that experience yet because I think of this as generational wealth because I'm building, stacking, saving, doing what I'm supposed to do with the money. So I don't have any regrets.
Smart females, smart females. So you guys can learn a thing or two here.
No regrets. How can you regret it when you chose it? You know what I mean? Like, as long as you're not strung out, as long as you're not in a horrible situation that has to do with this lifestyle, get the money. Get the money while you're still young and hot, okay?
Speaking of get the money, all right, for all the new women that are coming into this industry, they always want the best advice that you can give them. Any advice for the new women that want to join this lifestyle?
It's a full circle. What you give is what you get back. Don't let anybody play with you. Stand 10 for you at all times, no matter what room you're in, because you made it in the room, so you don't need anybody to lean on. Stay grounded. Know that, to me, it's temporary, but it's a great way to fix my, you know, everything I got going on.
It's a great way to get your life together.
Oh, for sure. A lot of new dancers understand that. I think a lot of the older dancers, we kind of were thrown into a different lifestyle back then when we started. I think a lot of the new dancers are a little bit smarter. And even though they deal with the not knowing how to have the etiquette or not knowing you don't step on someone's toes, or it's a learning experience. You know how many times I've checked a young dancer and they're like, okay sis, they just needed a friendly check, vice versa, an aggressive check. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So stay, it's you against the world at the end of the day. And God already gave you the face, the body. He gave you the recipe. Now is you gonna make the cake. Recipe. Make the cake from your recipe. Because, you know, a lot of women have to pay for the look that's just given to, you know. So, listen.
Pay for it. There you guys have it. You guys wanted me to ask the real nitty-gritty questions here in Las Vegas. This is the whorehouse. This is where the host is with the mostest, aka me, Samoa, right here. I get to ask 10 questions to some of your favorite strippers, OnlyFans stars, business owners, DJs, VIP hosts, and of course, the host. We got one of my favorite girls hip in here. We got Victoria Love, known as Icelynn. You guys are gonna see her video posted this upcoming Saturday.
Hey, thank you so much, friend.
That's how you do it. We out. Hey.
Bye.
That's how you do that.